It's me, Megan and Lisa. How are you, Kelly? Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Happy Friday or Saturday if you're in Australia or if you're a Kiwi. But thanks for being here either way. Good evening. Michael, you're paused. You know that. Oh.
Yeah.
So we're going to get more people in here before we do anything, really. But
indeed,
if you do not know me or this lovely gentleman to my side, I don't know which side you see it on, whatever, but you're on my right side.
I'm on your.
This is Michael Mayo.
I'm on your right side, looking at the screen.
Okay. I'm Megan and Lisa, and we are both psychic mediums, evidential psychic mediums, and mediumship and psychic development teachers. And what we stand for is integrity in the work. We stand for grounded and practical approaches to teaching it and trying to remove the things that are just really unnecessary that kind of get in your way of being real truth. So that's why we're here. Michael for sure is going to do a reading. I'm going to see if that's a possibility for me or not. I'm not feeling well right now. And I don't know why I'm not feeling well, but I'm not. So we'll see how we unfold. But first we need to get more people in the room.
Yeah. So right now we're just going to chat and tap and share and do all that. Hey, Nicole.
And then this is my teacup for the day. My Mickey. We are in Halloween mind in my mind. In my mind, it's clear for Halloween now. So.
Yes, these are free.
Yes.
This is my cup I use every day.
Yeah.
And you know where I got it from?
A student?
Nope. Hello, Chicago.
No.
I love Chicago. I got it at the Winchester House or whatever. Mystery House.
You did? When I went there too?
Yeah.
Wait, what's the cup is it?
It's a little cup that says Cup of Love.
Really?
Yeah, that's when I bought it.
Not just me getting a Ouija board keychain from the Winchester House and a t-shirt.
Hello from Ohio. Hello, Leave.
Hello. Welcome in. I'm going to try my best to bring forward energy and emote that to you guys as best I can. Before this, I was laying down.
Hello, Anne-Marie. Hey, we said we were going to come on again today.
Hello. We did. We followed through.
We did follow through, even though my freaking allergies. Hello. Michigan City, Indiana. Hello.
You guys ever had these before? An Unreal. It's a little chocolate coconut guy. 70 calories for this little pretend. What is it? Like it's not a Mars bar that has no almonds in it, right? It's that one. You know what I mean, you guys, right? Like, but it's like a little thing. We're gonna have a little tea, have a little nosh. We're gonna have a little something together. Okay. Maybe it'll give me some energy to actually do a reading tonight. Mm-hmm. What are you guys doing? Thanks, Amanda. I'm excited for tomorrow too. Tomorrow we start Mediumship Foundations 1 through Oak Ridge Institute, which is the school we co-founded together, and we both teach this course. And you can still join us if you want. We already have some students that are going to be joining us here in the chat. And I think we have other students that have been with us for other courses also here. If you want to ask them anything, I'm sure they'd be happy to talk to you about the courses at Oak Ridge. But if you still want to join us, you can at oakridgeinstitute.org. You just register over there at Foundations 1 course. And we'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Yep. Ash says, highly recommend Foundations. We do too, Ashley. We do too. Hey, Andy. Yeah. I'm very sweaty.
Oh, not good.
Ripley, you can absolutely be a student. You can start being a student tomorrow if you'd like to. Hey, Kevin Lewis. My friend Alex said, hello from the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race, which I thought was hilarious.
The reading room is open.
The reading room is open. Oh my God, we should take that. We should totally make that our thing. Because reading is what?
Fundamental.
Fundamental. So if you're interested in developing your mediumship, you can do so at Medium Michael Mayo. Hey, Susie Cheeks, did you get a message from Marissa? Hopefully you did get a message from Marissa.
There was someone else also.
I'm saving, honestly. We'll check the site. Just remember that you...
is in today.
So I'm just going to throw this out here really quick. Remember, you can pay in more than one payment. There is 2 payment options. We'll even make exceptions and let you do 3 payment options if that's something that is
We no longer take
you.
firstborns or souls, though, just so you guys know.
Yeah, we used to, but that got hairy, and there was a thing with a Dark Lord, and that...
Yeah, it was weird. It was kind of weird. We decided against it.
Yeah, too many people get weirded out by the Dark Lord. You know what I'm saying?
And for anyone that doesn't know us and our sense of humor, we're obviously joking.
Yes.
Mediumship is about love and healing, and that's the only thing we've ever experienced from the spirit world. So I just want to clarify that.
There's no such thing as those other things. So no, unfortunately, no human sacrifice. Thank goodness.
No. Not this lifetime, anyway.
Not this lifetime. Maybe another time.
Not this lifetime. Who knows, another one.
Megan is always ready for Halloween. That's the thing you have to know about Megan.
Yeah.
Megan is ready for Halloween.
It's on. Oh, I have to show you guys something. And I'll be right back.
No, here she comes. She's going to be right back. Oh, Ripley, I'm sorry to hear that. Medicine is... Healthcare is expensive, so I totally get it.
Okay, I have 2 things. I have 2 show and tells.
Okay, let's do it. Show me the show and tell.
One is my squishmallows that are the 3 haunted ghosts on from the Haunted Mansion, and they're in the little doom buggy.
Isn't
that cute? They just dropped this. The new Haunted Mansion collection. My little squishmallows. And then
Grim ghosts
really
come out to socialize.
It's really cute. But it says in good spirits. And it has a little bead of Leota. So she's the head in the crystal ball. The psychic medium. She's the medium that's doing the seance. And I love that it says in good spirits because we are in good spirits.
Because we are in good spirits. Lauren, you might try coming out of the live and coming back into the live if you're hearing an echo. I think that might be. Anyone else getting echo?
Yeah, because I'm not hearing echo. Are you?
No, I'm not getting an echo. Sorry, I'm like kicking the thing holding my... Kicking the thing, it's holding my thing. I'm hoping to get a little bit more energy. I think between Megan and myself, we're both kind of like, but we're going to try. Or at least I'm going to try.
Trying, guys. Really trying.
Megan's bringing it.
You know what I'm reminded of? I don't know if anyone's been following me this long, but several years ago, I was on a live, and my son walked in the room, like away from me, but like toward me. And in that moment, he vomited all over the floor, and you could hear it hit the floor on the live, like on the wood floor. And I was just saying, God, I hope I don't do that in this live because I'd be so embarrassed, but I would blame Michael. So he's like, we have to do it. I'm like, okay, we're doing it. So we're doing it. But if that happens, it's his fault. I just want you guys to know that.
It usually is. Katrina said, Michael has no whimsy because when you were sharing what you were doing, I had no real reaction.
Uh-huh.
But the reality is I've already seen all the things she just showed.
Oh, did I show you I showed you those ones?
You didn't show me the mellow
Oh, no. It
guys.
says live restricted for some audiences.
You know why? Probably because we said something about sacrifices.
Oh, dang it. You're going to get us.
Well, we can if we end the live and come back on, won't that fix it?
Well, like, is that for who? Who would that be restricted for? For people under 18?
I don't know.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, that's okay. If it's restricted for people under 18, that's okay. But I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta be careful what you say up here.
I know. And
TikTok Shop is great, guys.
TikTok Shop. We love TikTok Shop.
Is my favorite shop.
Yay.
Maybe they'll lift the warning now.
Let me just see this message.
I'm having tea and spilling tea. You know what kind of tea I'm having? My favorite kind of tea, which is jasmine tea.
I'm just gonna read one of these questions.
Okay.
Yo, I'm trying to see if one of my families will meet you. I only trust you. Thank you. Is it random for someone to come to you and tell you something you have is haunted, and they mention what you have all in the house? True shit. So, is it random for someone to come do that? Yes. Does it mean that those things are haunted or those objects are haunted? No, not really. Not really. It just means that maybe they have an awareness of something. Like awareness of, look at the sweat that's already starting to develop here because I'm like sweating. Great. Good. I'm glad I'm sweating. So, yeah, it is random for someone to come do that. Is it real that they're telling you something's haunted? No, that's probably not a thing, George.
Energy is a thing.
Energy is a thing.
It's left from people.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Twin sister. TikTok promotes save lives. Yes, they do. You should take your shirt off so you can cool off.
No.
If only.
Inappropriate.
If only I looked good without this off right now. I still just have to tighten this area up a little bit more, and then happily.
No, you're gonna leave your shirt on even then.
We'll see. Listen, if I got buff enough, I'd become the muscle medium. I would. I'd become the muscly medium. Okay. So you better hope. George just said, you better show the guns, player. Yeah, guns.
Hold on, I'm going to show mine.
Yeah, you show yours. Nice. See, mediums can be...
a little bit like...
Mediums can be buff.
Right now, 'cause I haven't been exercising in 4 weeks or now almost 5.
Yeah, muscly, medium, Michael Mayo. Exactly.
What about me?
Yeah, muscly, but it's not a alliteration though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not alliteration. Muscly Megan, mommy, muscle Megan, mommy muscle Megan.
Yes.
Muscly medium Megan Mayo. Muscular Megan.
Funny. No,
that muscle Mayo.
Thanks, thank you guys.
No, you should see her back. Her back's crazy. Her back is crazy. She's jacked.
Can't wait to get back to the gym. For anyone who doesn't know, I had surgery 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like extensive surgery in several parts of my body. So I am still recovering.
If objects could move, could it be just residual energy or can only spirit move it? No, you can move it with energy, like telekinetic sort of thing. You could definitely do that. Change Oakbridge to muscly mediumship with Megan and Michael. Oh, I love that. That was nice. Muscly mediumship with Megan and Michael. I dig that. Okay, I'm gonna work. What do you think?
Okay.
Okay, because we said we were gonna get right to work.
Talk about what's coming up, and then do that.
Yeah, I do. Well, there's a little part of me. There's a little part of me that thinks we should restart the live because we got the little thing.
Okay.
So everybody who's watching on TikTok, she's gonna start the live over. So Just
don't
rejoin.
Go anywhere. Come back.
Come back.
I'm just gonna do that because we got a warning, and I've never had a warning before.
Never? Okay.
Mm-mm. No.
So
okay, I'm gonna come right back, guys. Come back. Come back.
More time about my beautiful children.
I'm gonna let you do that. I love you so much.
Thank you for popping in. Make sure you're following her, okay? So y'all, really quick, my next Zoom group is going to
Wait,
be.
I have.
All right.
No, it wasn't because of the.
Are in. This one's gonna blow you.
Wasn't because of the guns. Are you happy? I am happy. Sorry, I know I'm still on this live and I'm acting like I'm not on a live now that I'm on the TikTok live, but
Hello.
Hello.
I don't even know how this.
hello.
Okay, wait. Am I just getting random?
Oh, fine. I can get down with that. You cry all day.
What
What is
the
going on? guys?
heck?
Help. It's just like randomly putting people on here. People so far.
Megan, what the heck is going on?
I didn't invite those people. They just were there magically.
Megan, that's crazy. What was happening?
I don't know. We live in a different universe, apparently.
TikTok should be
Also,
malfunctioning.
my light that was being all crazy last night is totally normal again. Don't know. Oh, don't ask. Couldn't say.
She's not saying that it was spirit, but she is saying that it's unusual.
Yeah. Never happened before. I don't know her.
Have I been okay?
I
What am I doing for stress? Well, no, actually, I haven't been okay. I had a really bad asthma exacerbation that really was very stressful. But I'm okay now, and that's what's important. So, thanks for asking. Thanks for what?
Thanks for sharing the live.
And liking the live.
Sharing the live and tapping screen if you could. Just, I hate asking that. Like, I literally hate it. But also, too, I have to.
It does help. I think you were accidentally live stream battling
I don't
people.
know how to do that.
How do you live stream battle? And Megan would win every time. I mean, look at her.
I don't know what's happening. I felt like I was a 95-year-old. I was like, what is happening right now?
Hello, Tracy. Hello, Jimmy. Hello, Raven. Hello, Teresa.
How do you do a battle thing? I have no idea.
I don't even know. Okay, so what we're going to be doing, even though we just restarted the live, we are going to make a link. Maybe if you want to, you can just even double link, Megan, if you feel so inclined. But
Yeah,
Megan's not
if
feeling
I-
100%. So, and actually really neither of us are, but we're going to do it anyway. And we're going to see what happens. Maybe it'll work.
Yeah.
Maybe it won't. Who knows? But that's the joy of doing mediumship. So, yeah.
I'm going to quickly run to the bathroom then.
But Megan's going to run to the bathroom. And while she's running to the bathroom, I'm going to just talk about how Foundations 1 is starting tomorrow. Foundations 1 only taught twice a year. It starts tomorrow. So we would love for you to join us if you're looking to develop your mediumship, if you want to work and start that journey. We can pay in multiple payments. So it's not just one single payment. If that is out of price range for a month, you can always do it in a 2-payment option. You can do it in a 3-payment option. Anyway, that's Foundations. It's at oakbridgeinstitute.org, and that is starting tomorrow. It's a 7-week course, and it is 2 hours. Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific time. 10 a.m. Pacific. So unless you're in the West Coast, we're behind you. Have I ever had a reading and it wasn't as good as yours? I've had tons of readings that were not strong, for sure, in my life. Michael, can you add Megan to YouTube Live? Unfortunately, no, because she's just on TikTok. So that's unfortunately. But she's in the bathroom right now. So now she's back.
Not back. I don't know. How could I get streaming on there?
I don't actually know.
I don't know. I like pretending like I'm like a disincarnate voice.
Well,
anyway.
are you on your computer as well?
Nay.
Because that's how you could work, is if you were on your computer. Because I have my laptop here and I have you right here. So I could invite you on your computer and then you could be, but the problem would be is that you get echo.
Uh-huh. That would be a problem.
There would be echo.
Okay. Well, everyone come into the room because we're going to do a reading, or Michael for sure is going to do a reading, and I may end up doing a reading. But so let's talk about that. And then you're going to talk about how we move into preparing for a reading. And we're going to sort of like show you guys that. But let's talk about doing readings and like how to understand what it is that we're doing and all that. I'm letting you do that.
Yeah, for sure. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be becoming sensitive. I'm actually going to describe what I'm doing as I'm becoming sensitive. And I'm going to, as I'm becoming sensitive, I'm going to start to narrate that process for you. And then I'm going to actually make a link for someone in spirit for you guys, partly so that it's educational. Because people often ask, like, what do you do to get ready for a reading? Well, I can show you exactly what I do for getting ready for a reading. So we're going to do that. And then...
And two, it also will show you what it is that we teach our students.
Shows
so
you
that
what it
you
is to teach our
understand sort of
students.
like the process of what we're helping people understand and learn.
100%. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to make a link. I'll explain to you once we get to that part, what exactly that looks like. But do stick around if you are interested in getting a reading as we kind of go through this. If you're on one of my other lives, you can still possibly get a reading as well. The only thing is that you will have to come up on the live. So if you are able to watch on TikTok and you want a reading, that's probably the easiest place to do it. However, you could also do it here on this side of things as well. So I just want to say that. Let's go. Shall we just jump in?
But I want you to talk about how we get evidence and what we need from people, that stuff.
Well, I was gonna do that after.
Oh, you're gonna first.
Yeah, I was gonna do that after.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do is you can do this too if you want to become sensitive at the same time. You're welcome to. This is what we are going to.
However,
yeah.
One thing to say about that: if you are going to get sensitive, and we are doing a reading, or we want you to not be adding to the reading on your end, okay?
Correct.
You don't do that. That is just not an okay thing to do when someone is doing a reading. So do that to yourself if for some reason you were to become aware of something, okay?
Jamie says, hello, it feels weird to see you guys all on so much as of late. I almost feel like one of those annoying blood-sucking mosquitoes. Ha ha.
Nah.
You're never gonna let me not be aware of the mosquitoes, are you, Jamie? But I do appreciate that you're happy you see us online. Yeah, we're happy to be here. So yeah, here we go. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna kind of walk us through what it is that we would do to become sensitive. So if you want to, you can close your eyes and follow along. Otherwise, you can just watch. But what we teach our students is to go through the process of attunement first. So before the reading even starts, we would probably take a few minutes to just become sensitive. We call this attunement. And so I'm going to walk you through that process as I walk myself through the process. So you're going to close your eyes. You're going to sit comfortably in whatever position is comfortable for you. Ideally, hands resting in your lap in a way that's comfortable for you, back supported. And yeah, and then we're going to close our eyes. And as we do this, we're going to just gently begin to take our attention to kind of zone out a little bit, just sort of softening our awareness, which in Foundations, we actually teach you what that means and how to do it. But we're going to just gently allow ourselves to start to soften, relax, do less, or what we would call soft focus. So we're not focusing on any one thing. We're starting to soften. And then what we do is we gently take our attention to that heart space, our heart space solar plexus area. So kind of like we would do if it was, if you could just take your attention and awareness like a flashlight, gently just bring that to the heart space, solar plex area. And we're just going to breathe into that space. And what this is helping us to do is to help us to take our attention away from the normal thinking mind and bringing it into that feeling place, that heart space, because mediumship doesn't happen from the brain. It happens from the sensitivity, from the central part of our being. So as I become aware of this energy, I'm going to use my intention to allow my power within, that divine spark within me, to begin to expand outward. And I start to feel a little tiny shift within me as it expands, as it opens. Feel a little opening, a little expansion. We allow that energy to expand to fill the body. So it's just letting that divine spark within us just expand. We let it expand by letting go, by not trying, by doing less. The less we do, the more that energy can begin to expand outward, allowing it to fill the body, letting it expand. And then we just let it start. We can really start to feel those maybe a little buzzing in your hands, a little buzzing around your head, a little pressure building up around you. We gently take our attention a bit wider, so beyond the body. So now that power, that energy within us is expanding beyond the body. So we begin to feel that atmosphere just beyond the body. It's as if that atmosphere, maybe an inch or so beyond the body, becomes an extension of you. And as that power expands, it's opening, it's lifting. So we allow our awareness to include higher and wider, broader around us. It's as if the air in front of us, behind us, the left, the right, above you becomes an extension of you. All about letting go. It's all about surrender. It's never about trying. We're going to allow that energy to continue to expand so it touches the ceilings, the walls, the floors. So that our energy is nice and wide. We want our energy to be as open and wide. You can almost think of it as I'm opening the sail of my sailboat, and that way when the wind blows, I'll be able to catch it. And in this analogy, it is the wind is the spirit world. So the more I'm sensitive to the atmosphere around me, the better. Good, and I'm just feeling that lifting on the atmosphere around me. And now what I'm kind of waiting for is for a sense of presence around me. So now that I feel this sort of openness, this wideness all around me, I just start to wait for something to begin to shift. And so as I'm now going to wait for this something to begin to shift, I'm going to just start to describe to you how this is going to work. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to, as I'm now sensitive, so I'm just going to wait till someone starts to step into my energy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to describe who I feel stepping forward. As I do this, I'm going to have to be as specific as I possibly can. And ideally, you'll be able to take 95 to 100% of what I'm saying. I need to be specific because we have a bunch of people watching right now. And so I'm going to try my best to be as specific as possible with who I feel coming forward. When I ask for it, I will ask you who can understand this information. And once you let me know that you can understand this, the way you're going to do that when I ask is you're going to put a heart in the chat. And then what I'll do is if it's one person, great, I'll bring you up onto the live, and then you'll be able to go back and forth. If there's multiple people that can take it, I'm going to get a little bit more information until we can get it to be as specific, narrowed down to one person, and then we'll bring that person up on the live. There has been other times in the past where I brought up more than one person in a live and then just differentiated their loved ones. That can also happen, but I'm just going to try to get just the one loved one today, if possible. So when you do come up, all I need you to say is yes if you can understand it, no if you can't. If you're not sure or you need more information, you can say that. Try not to give me a bunch of things or explain too many things. That should be my job to give you that information.
Just for clarity, as you're connecting, you want me to add? Do you want to see if that works or not?
I mean, if you feel inspired, you can let me know, and then it could just be a double link. But otherwise, I'll just kind of roll with it. And yeah. So if you're interested to learn mediumship, we are starting this tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific, for 2-hour class, a 7-week course. It's Foundations 1, so you will learn how to do what we're doing right now. So you can join us at oakbridgeinstitute.org. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Please have your listening ears on. Please stay in the live if you are wanting a message. And I'm just going to see who starts to step forward. Mediumship really is the art of feeling, and so I'm just allowing myself to wait until I start to feel someone stepping into my energy. And so one thing I also like to do in all of my lives, especially when I'm doing messages, is I like to have an intention first that you invite your loved ones to join us. So just taking a moment to just send a loving thought that your loved ones might join us, might be with us, and that in spirit, and that they might come close to me tonight and come close to Megan if she feels inspired. And then the next thing that I like to always say is I want you to take a moment to just hope that someone else gets the message other than yourself. And this is really helpful because now everybody's rooting for you to get a message rather than you by yourself just hoping you get a message. And that creates harmony, and harmony makes communication with the spirit world so much better. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to see who starts to step forward. Okay, cool. I do have a gentleman stepping forward, and I'm just going to let him begin to draw near. He's a little bit light. He's a little bit away. Oh, he's getting closer. I mean, I want to say Robert. Like it's definitely an R name. I'm hoping it's not Megan's loved one, but it has a similar vibe as Megan's someone in spirit that I know is for Megan, but I don't think it is. But I feel this gentleman, he does feel kind of younger as I feel him more, so less like who I thought it was originally, so that's good. This gentleman feels to me, so Robert might connect in here with him. I'm not sure if that's his name, but Robert might connect in. As I feel him, he does feel taller than me. I'm 5'7". He feels like a pretty tall guy, kind of sturdy, kind of hands, strong. He feels very, very strong to me. Feels like a working man as I feel him here. As I'm saying that too, it's starting to shift just a little bit. He's showing me another side of himself. He feels young. He feels young for passing. I want to put him somewhere probably somewhere in his 30s, maybe even like 36, 37, somewhere around there. I might have two people, but let's just keep working. I'm just going to see if I can figure out who this is. Let me just feel them just a little bit more. As I feel this gentleman here, I also can feel that he feels like his passing feels almost accidental. It doesn't feel like this was something by his own hand or anything like that. It feels like accidental. There's a suddenness, a quickness to the passing as well. As I feel him too, I also want to talk about, he's mentioning, what is that? There's one other gentleman that he wants to reference as I'm here with it. I'm just not sure where he's going with that. So forgive me. It feels a little bit light, but I'm just going to keep going. As I feel him too, just see if I can get a little bit more essence here with him. 1 second. Okay, he's coming in a little bit closer there. Now I can feel him a little bit stronger. I don't know if he had an interest in reptiles or something like that, but I definitely feel he just showed me like a snake and then he showed me like a bearded lizard. So I'm going to say reptiles just because that's what I see. I also can feel here with him, he feels funny but kind of dry in his sense of humor. There's almost this feeling of him feeling not very gregarious, but like more reserved in his more reserved in some way, I guess I have to say. Gosh, this feels so wibbly wobbly for me, so I'm just going to see if I can get just a little bit more here. Just see if he can come in and just give me something that could really place him. No, I think I'm going to just go there. I'm going to have to check in right there because not getting much more. And I think if I get the voice of who this might be for, it'll clarify itself just a little bit more. So if anyone can understand this, please put a heart in the chat and let me know. And if you want to put like the percentage of it that you can take, that would be great.
Ideally, everything.
The perfect world would be 100%. I have 2 people right now, Samantha and Amber.
There's also Allegra.
Allegra, I just saw. Yeah, my chat is slower than yours. The R name is off, but it starts with the RO. Okay, that's okay. How about the rest of it, Samantha? Oh, she said 99%. Okay, that could work for me. How about for the other 2 that can take this information?
%100% so far from Amber.
100%, including the name. Okay.
Allegra's 97%.
Okay, I'm gonna see. I do actually kind of feel a little bit drawn to Samantha, but I do want to maybe kind of bring them both up and just sort of just to hear their voices. So let's do that.
Okay, let's see. Can you request that are so Samantha, can you request? I was feeling multiple people. I think I was feeling the person that
Yeah, I'm Hello Samantha, how you doing?
Good. My heart's like racing, but I'm all right.
Yeah, okay. You can understand this information so far?
Yes,
The
the
only-
R name would be not him, but somebody very, very close, and
Okay.
but it's not Robert.
Okay. But you can take all the other information make sense to you too?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I'm hearing your voice, I am feeling a little shift in the power, so that is a good sign. But let me just see. And I was kind of a little bit drawn to you. And especially if your heart's racing, that's usually a good sign too on your end. But let me just give you a little bit more of information as I'm feeling this gentleman step in. So as I'm feeling this gentleman stepping in, I am feeling more of that first stronger energy, that the way he showed himself to me in the beginning feels like it's coming stronger. Can you understand with him being either manual labor or physical, like a very physical gentleman?
Yes, he was a carpenter
Okay,
contractor.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So I want you to just try to stick to yes, no, I don't know any more information, because I want to be able to give you that he was a carpenter. And I
I
don't,
know.
yeah.
I'm a horrible sitter.
I know. It's okay. It's all good. But you can understand it, because really what I was noticing was his hardworking hands. That was the thing that he really started off with me. And he was showing me that
Yep.
flannel, which often for me has that connotation to it, is like that hardworking man. As I feel him too, I want to say, I just really start to get this feeling, this emotional feeling that comes to me. And it's emotion towards you. I feel a strong sense of closeness, love. I feel truly, honestly, the feeling is like, I'm sorry that I left you behind. That's really the strong feeling that I get. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
Because the feeling is I feel, I'm still not sure exactly the relationship, but I'm just sort of letting it kind of find its way. Can you understand that this would have been either a contemporary or something of yours? I don't know if this is a partner or something like that, but does that make sense?
Yes, it's my fiance.
Okay, thank you, because it felt kind of partnery. And it feels to me as though that I need to say accident. Can you understand accident here with him? Oh, are we still there? I'm not hearing anything. I can't hear you either, Megan, for some reason. I don't hear anything. What happened? Oh, I know why. Because my partner just got in the car and he's hearing everything happening in the car right now. Hold on. There we go. It just picked up on the car, and so all of you guys what you said. But can you understand accident? Oh, did it reconnect? It reconnected to the car. He's driving away now, so stop connecting to the car. Why do you keep doing this to me? 1 second. I'll get there once he drives away further enough. This is really annoying. He's not even that. Anyway. There we go.
Talk to Spirit than is talk Michael at this point.
There we go. I got it.
Yes, it was an accident.
It was an accident. Okay. And can you understand? I don't know why he's showing me Monday. Can you understand a connection to Monday? This wouldn't have been on a Monday, would it?
No.
Okay. He shows me, for some reason, he's referencing Monday, and so I'm just going to give that to you. Sorry, I'm going to just get back to him just a little bit more, because that was very distracting, like it going to the car rather than to you. So give me 1 second. Let me just feel him again. Yeah, so there is definitely the strong feeling of him doing this. I feel a lot of warmth from him. So he feels both like kind of charming towards you. Like there's something about him being charming towards you. I don't know that he had that with everybody though. Can you understand that?
Yeah.
Because I almost want to say maybe more shy, maybe more reserved, maybe not as gregarious.
Yeah, he's definitely reserved. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I feel when it came to you, he was willing to kind of be out there. Can you understand almost like, I can't tell if this is one of those hats that has the ears on it or if this is like a raccoon hat. I almost feel like this is funny for some reason. Can you understand that?
I have pictures of him wearing a hat to be funny, but it wasn't a raccoon hat or anything
Okay.
like that. But
It just felt he's wearing a hat and it feels like it's meant to be funny and the way that he's wearing it. So you can understand that.
yes.
Can you also understand too, where is that? He's showing me 31 and this feels like an age, but he's showing me 31 almost as a marker of something, not the year he passed. Does that make sense to you? Like, I don't know if this was a time, like a significant time period for it. Let me just feel into this just a little bit more. You'd understand that he passed older than 31, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Would this be around 36 for him?
He was a month away from turning 36.
Yeah. Hence the around. I could feel it because it was like 36, but not quite. I felt the around that. But he's highlighting 31 for me, and he's wanting to take me to that time period. And would you understand that for you two, that would have been either something significant around the relationship and the two of you, 31? Because it feels like the
Um,
relationship would have started even before that. Can you understand that?
It would have been when I believe that marker for him, because we met after that, but it would have been when he actually decided to leave his toxic relationship with his ex.
I see. Okay. Because it
Yeah.
felt relational to me. And so I was just feeling that, and it just felt important. It feels highlighting that as an important time. And as he highlights that, he's making me feel that when he kind of compares you and he compares this other relationship, he really points out this quality of the freedom that he felt. Because I feel like with this other relationship, there was a lot of reactivity and sort of this feeling of this other person being like really demanding of the time, insecure, that sort of thing. And it feels like there's a lot more ease with the relationship between the two of you. Does that make sense?
Yes. Well, he would have been the insecure one, but yes.
Yeah. And he makes me feel too, as I talk about this, is like within your guys' relationship, there was more of that ease. Can you understand that?
Yeah, a lot more trust. Yeah.
And it feels like that came from your side. Like you really established that sort of trust. Like you made that the case, so to speak.
Yes.
Yeah. And that feels like a really, really important thing. And for that, he's saying thank you for that, because that gave him so much peace around that. Can you understand? This looks like a truck of some sort. Would he have driven some sort of truck? And I keep seeing it as white. I don't know that it actually is, but
yes, that's the truck he drove when we met. Yeah.
Okay, because I can see that. And then he's also making me aware too, as I talk about that, he's highlighting, do you still have his shoes?
Yes.
Because he's showing me work boots or shoes that are like
Yep.
by the door, he says, like work boots by the door. Does that make sense
Yep.
to you?
Yes.
And then he also talks about small dog. Is there a small dog connected here with you guys?
Could it be a puppy?
Could be a puppy. It's a small dog. Yeah, I could take
Yes. Yes.
that. Because he's highlighting that. As I see there. Would it be lighter fur? Like yeah, would it be a lighter furred dog?
It was black and white.
Black and white. Okay, not quite what I was seeing, but that's okay. I don't always trust the way that the things that I see. But he's just showing me this. Would this be? I mean, you said it was a puppy, so most puppies are this way, very outgoing and like crazy and kind of all over the place. Can you understand that?
But he's a border collie, so he's lots of energy.
Yeah, lots of energy. Okay, great. Let me just keep moving here. Would you understand Sam connecting in here? Oh, you were Samantha. Okay, sorry, I just heard Sam. I forgot that your name was Samantha, so forgive me. I just heard Sam. Did he ever call you Sam?
That's what everybody calls me.
Okay. That was really fun because I totally forgot your name.
Before, though, so
that's hilarious.
No big deal.
Okay, so let me just keep feeling him here. Oh, he's showing me like strawberry sort of like dessert thing is what he's showing me right now.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's showing me this and it feels good. Like there's a feeling inside of me that feels like this is a really fond memory or a fond connection. Can you understand that?
Yes.
I don't know where he's going with this, but he's showing me almost like this is what he's showing me. I don't think it's actually this, but he's showing me sort of it on a cake of some sort. Can you understand that at all?
Yeah, that's pretty much the kind of cake I request every year for my birthday.
Okay, great. Because he was just showing me putting strawberries around the edges of the cake is what he was showing me. As I see that. Where is that? 13. I don't know what the 13 is just yet. I'm just going to say 13. Sorry, I don't have context for it just yet. I'm just going to say it because it's there. Because my brain went 31. That's like the reverse of 31. Why are you seeing 13? And my brain's thinking about it too much. So I'm going to just put it over here. Okay, let me see here. He wants to talk about his brother. Can you understand him why he would want to talk about a brother? Feels as though...
I don't know why, but he does have brothers.
He feels to me as though that he wants to talk about an older brother is what I think this feels like. Can you understand him with an older brother that feels actually significantly older than him?
Yes, they're both older, but there's one that's more older than the other
Yes,
one.
like the oldest one.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you understand the age gap between those two quite large? Like over maybe I would say like 5 years.
It's 5 years. Yeah.
Okay. Because he's pointing that out for some reason. Can you understand why his oldest brother might be feeling guilt or bad around his
Absolutely.
passing? Because it feels almost as if I need to say he was either there or that he had a hand in somehow the circumstances around that. Does this make sense? He feels
No,
almost as if he could have done more. Maybe that's what I actually should
It's
say.
the way he treated him
Okay, thank you.
before.
Because I just feel as though that there's this feeling of I wish I could have done more, and so that clearly must be that he should have treated him better. Because the gap here feels not only in age but also sort of in emotionally is sort of the way that I can feel here, and that feels hard. Would you understand? I know that's Dustin, David, something with a D here. Would you be able to take Dustin or David, something like that?
David, yes.
David. Okay.
I don't know, like, if you want me to tell you, but there's a name that's similar to Dustin that would be connected.
Is it Justin?
It's Justin. That's that's his closest older brother.
Okay. Because I feel as though I need to talk about Justin too. Because Justin feels to me as though when I feel him, like, wait, did Justin recently get an injury? Do you know if Justin got like injured?
I don't know.
Because I almost saw his arm in a sling, is what I just saw. So obviously you don't know that information, but I think that's symbolic of him having an injury and him kind of saying, I'm aware of that. So I just want to just throw that out there because that's just what I experienced. But I want to talk about him because the other thing that I felt around him is that I wanted to put my arm around Justin, because Justin feels to me much more on my level, much more connected to me. And does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Can you also understand the video games connection?
Yes, he liked to play video games.
Did he play it with Justin, like over the headset or something like that, or did they play together?
Maybe before we were together. But
yeah, because I just feel I need to say that. I need to talk about how his siblings were far away from him. Can you understand that? Like, was there physical distance?
Justin was, yes.
Because I just feel like I want to talk about this physical distance that I can feel here. Let me just see where he's going. He wants to take us to the. Hold on. I'm sort of forcing him, so I'm going to let him lead me, actually. I was like, go over here. No. I'm going to let him just sort of lead me. Where do you want to go next, my sir? He's taking me back to... Hold on. Oh, come on. You almost have it. It's not Ronald, but I feel like I need to go Ron or R-O.
Rowan.
Is it Roland? Is that what you said?
Rowan.
Rowan or Roland?
Rowan.
Because I just feel as he's going into this, would you understand Rowan being younger?
Yes.
I feel like I need to take my arms and put him around Rowan, and I feel like I want to protect him and love him and tell him that I love him so much. Can you understand that?
Yes.
Is this his son?
Yes.
Because I feel as though I want to say, I love you. I'm so proud of you. I feel like this is the thing that feels really incredibly important to him, is to talk about leaving his son behind. That feels incredibly important. Rowan feels young to me, though. Would it make sense that Rowan would be, I don't know, 6, 7, something like that?
He's 4.
4 younger, okay. I don't know why I feel as though he feels older to me. Would you understand that he would be either more advanced in some way in his speech or something like that?
Yes.
Because he just feels really smart, and I feel like he knows how to like tell people what to do.
Yes,
Can you understand that?
Yes.
because I just felt like he was a little bit ahead of kind of how he was feeling. The other thing that I can feel, would you understand the February connection?
Now you're wondering if you're talking about my other son. Yeah, his birthday is February. Yeah.
It may be the way that he's trying to get to the other son as well. But okay, so wait, so you have Rowan and then you have another son. Is that correct?
Yes, my other son is not with my fiance though.
Okay. And is your first son older?
Yes.
Is he closer to the 6-7 range?
He's 9.
Okay. So no, I don't think I'm talking about that. I think he is referring to Rowan. That feels more correct to me. And then I do think that maybe the February is connecting in there, but let me just go ahead and keep working here. I feel like I'm asking questions. I feel like I need to phrase this a little bit different. So let me just connect in here. I'm thinking about my work too much. Let me just relax into him just a little bit more. There you are. Hello, sir. Would you be able to understand February like with a 9 in it? I don't know if it's the 9th, the 9th, the 19th, or 29th. Because it feels as though
I can understand the 9 in a different month.
Okay, no, I don't think that's it. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave that there because I can feel myself sort of getting there. Megan, I'm just gonna check in. Are you picking up on anything? Do you want me to throw it to you at all?
Yeah, I kind of was. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna preface this with like I'm not feeling 100%.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we go here. But he was showing me a tractor, and I actually feel it's somehow connected to your son, his son, you're together. Would that make sense to you?
Yeah, my son loves to ride on a tractor.
Okay. Yeah, because he's showing it to me outside. Like, I feel like for some reason I want to talk about like clearing land, or like there's something here about like the dirt and this area outside that he's talking about. Does that make any sense?
Yes, and my parents, yeah.
Okay. Just letting him come a little bit closer to. He makes me feel like he has some sort of like a goofy, foolish sort of personality with like his humor. Would that make sense to you?
Yes.
Like it feels sort of hidden or like more private, but it feels like you got him. Like there's this quality between you where like you could be weird little fools and it was fine. That's kind of what it feels like. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like I want to highlight, so I know February was already talked about, but he's sort of taking me there again, but he's taking me into March as well. So would you understand why not only February, but March is really important as well? Does that make sense?
Rowan's due date was February. He was born in March.
Okay, so that's why it's connected. Okay, got it. And then he's highlighting to me, like I want to talk about also January. And I feel like somehow this would be more in connection to you and him. And would it make sense that your beginnings together were a little bumpy? Does that make sense? Like the connection of when you guys got together, it was like a little bit, I don't know if he was still sort of like, there were certain things he had to leave behind in the past in some way. But
Yes,
it was like a little bit slow to start, even though you guys both knew it was right. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So do you understand why he's highlighting January in connection to that time period?
I'm not actually sure about that.
Okay. Just take it with you because I feel like for some reason he keeps pointing me back here and it feels like wintry. It feels very, like sort of there's like a sadness in connection to it as well.
Actually, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that time was really rough for him right before we
Yeah.
got together. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because then I feel like this sense of like, as I'm going through this, he makes me feel like you made him feel like it was all going to be okay, and that made me feel like I could do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, but it was like, again, he expresses like a rough transition. He keeps talking about that. He also makes me feel like he hasn't been gone that long. So would it make sense of why he'd be highlighting the last year and a half to me, as though I feel for some reason he's saying like I've been around you a lot during this time, but like from spirit side? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
would that be in the times? Like, does it make sense that he's been gone about 2 years? Does that make sense?
No, he's been gone longer than that.
Okay.
A little bit,
He's
yeah.
going. He's talking about being around you in the last like year and a half a lot for some reason here, but then he
It's
goes.
rough. It was a rough
to-
time for me. Yeah, the last year and a half was really rough transition for me. Yeah.
Okay, he's giving me a lot of chills. Like, yes, like stay here with us, but that 2-year marker for some reason he keeps bringing me back here for it feels like there was like a lot of heaviness, a lot of that grief from before that. So would there be would there be 2 years prior to that? So I don't know what that total is. That's like
4.5 years.
He's been gone almost 4 years.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what he's trying to go to. He's trying to go the 2 heavy years of grief, and then he's going into the year and a half after. So it's almost 4 years. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because he's talking about that whole period, but he makes me feel like you started making a lot of changes toward helping other people, which really helped you toward your healing. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So he makes me feel like there's being quite proud of you with the growth you've had through this. It's been a journey together. Does that make sense? Your grief and I want to say, obviously you say you're a psychic medium on here. So like, but I actually, this is what it's making me feel is this sense of like you're helping, serving in that capacity has been like walking side by side with your grief. Does that make sense?
Yes, for sure.
Also, he shows me this necklace that has like multiple little charms on it.
Oh my God.
That he's highlighting to me that feels very connected to him in memory. Do you understand this?
Yeah, I have his necklace that has 2 different things on it.
Okay. And do you understand having his remains with you? Does that make sense?
I do not.
Okay. Do you understand why he'd be talking about it like you have all of him around you? There's this feeling of like his remains. So if it's not his like actual body, I want to talk about it being like he's still living in some sense. Does that make sense? Like with the things around you.
I have a lot of his belongings that were in the house. Yeah.
Okay. I want to talk about specifically your bedroom. Do you understand this?
Yeah.
Can you understand sort of surrounding yourself with his items, especially at bedtime? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, because he's highlighting that to me. So it's funny because he, as I said, remains, he flashed me a coffin, but I still said it anyway because I still felt this sense of having to talk about his remains in a sense of his things. But I feel, would it make sense to you that where he is, as far as like where he would be laid to rest, I want to talk about, it's sort of interesting. He's taking me to 2 different things. He's talking about nature, but then he's also talking about like other people being here. Do you understand that?
I'm a little confused.
Okay, so he's taking me, so like it feels like there's either other people where he is, like other passed on people where he is, but I feel like he's highlighting the nature around him. Does that make sense?
So to be honest,
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to be at his service. I know he had a service and the viewing, but he was cremated afterwards, and I have no idea who has his cremains because
That was actually something I was feeling in here
Yeah.
is that I felt the rift in the family. Can you understand that?
yeah, they pretty much completely turned on me when he passed.
Yeah.
So
Okay, because the way he's making me feel about this is though I have another person with him. So I don't know if you don't know where the remains are. You don't know who they're with exactly.
I could take a good guess and say that they're with his mother and father,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
I
because
don't know what they've done with them.
he keeps, so I don't know if there's something you can find out or whatever, but he keeps pointing me to this as though I need to talk about it, as though there's like another person with him. So like another person that's passed on. And then also he's talking about the nature of it. So I just feel like I have to say it like that because what it feels like is this sense of, I need you to know that it's peaceful for him in some sense, even though that exists, that the difficulty of how they treated you. And that is like, it's like, I want to leave you with this sense of peace around it. That's kind of what he's making me feel. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think I understand what he's trying to say.
Just one last thing here, and I can pass it back to Michael because I feel. So would it make sense to you at all that you're thinking of also going back to school?
I've been contemplating it, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because he's talking about, it feels sort of a slow process, but he's talking about encouraging you to still go after your dreams, and it feels somehow connected to you going back to further your education. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just don't know whether I don't know whether it's about mediumship or if it's about, regular like college.
Yeah, I feel, I actually want to say the way he makes me feel is that it's kind of both. So there's a sense here of it feeling like there's something here that he's talking about for you that that because of the responsibility of mediumship and that kind of thing, that you don't want to heavily rely on that as your only income. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
So he's talking about it as like this and that. So there's something about like continuing on with that, but then also it feels more like almost medical or like something healthcare connected. Does that make sense for you for going back to school?
I'm not sure. Actually, I don't know what I would do.
Okay. He's talking about it like that. So that maybe something you've thought about or you have talked to him about. I don't know. Yeah, he's giving me chills. So there's definitely some sense of like healthcare related industry for you to think about doing. Because he makes me feel like you're very naturally caring, very naturally gifted in that way. And there's a sense of holding space for people. But and like you have a very keen mind he's talking about. Like there's a sense of you knowing how to organize. Like he said, you were really good at making him, like he's saying like sort of bossing around, he's saying like a funny way. But like I feel this sense of like organizing for people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was going to pass it back to you, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing that I'm really feeling around here is he wants to apologize for how his family ended up treating you in the end. Can you understand that?
Yeah.
Because it feels as though it felt like kind of everything falling on your shoulders. And he makes me aware. Would you understand either having to move back with family or something like that around that time? Can you understand that? Like your family?
When he first passed, I went and stayed a few days at my parents' house because there was like threatening behavior going on. Yeah.
Yeah. He's making me aware that it felt like you had to like retreat is really the word that I felt, or the feeling I should say is what I felt was retreat. And he makes me feel this feeling of almost as if I need to say, you're not alone. You're not alone. I need to say, can you understand? Can't tell if that is a new relationship or like one post him that you would already be in, because he makes me feel like you have support again. Can you understand that?
No.
Then if you can't understand that right now, he is making me feel as though this is something that is not, I don't want to say make a prediction of not far away, but he just makes me feel this sense of almost like giving the blessing around that. But even more so, it feels to me like there is more support coming for you is what it feels like. And it feels like being a mom and then also working and like trying to make everything work. It almost feels like, where the heck is that going to fit into anything? But I just feel him saying like, that's there for you. And he's like, I want to give you like my blessing around that. And that's coming for you. So he's like, almost feels like, don't give up on that. Because there's sort of this feeling of like almost writing it off in some way. Can you understand that?
I don't know. I'm just not like really open to it yet. Not that I'm going to cut it off forever. It's just not ready for that yet.
100%. And so the feeling that I get is that's what that's related to, is just like him wanting to say, like, don't write it off. That is coming for you. That is something that is available to you at some point. Obviously, you're still in the process of the grieving and in the process of all of this. But he just makes me feel almost like faded feeling, like love is there for you. And I know from him, he feels very, very much that way. Can you understand? I don't know if this is Netflix specifically or if this is like some sort of streaming show, but that you guys would have had like a show or something that you would have watched regularly.
Yeah, Yellowstone.
Because he's just making me feel you watching that for him or with him since his passing. Can you understand that?
Yeah.
He's okay, where are we going? I'm going to leave that there. I think I'm going to leave it there. I think I'm going to leave you with his love. Because I don't have more information on this last little thing, I don't want to just like give it and leave it like hanging. So is there a birthday connected to April? Can you understand that?
Not that I can
think of all the top of your head. Okay. I'm not sure what that is then, because I wasn't sure if I was going to get it, but I figured I'd give it to you just in case. Okay. If it's okay with you, Samantha, I'm going to go ahead and leave you with his love, and I think we both will, unless Megan has any message that she wants to add.
Just one last thing. Would August 8th make any sense to you as something significant?
August does. It's my birthday.
Okay. Would there be an 8 connected in there?
No, I don't think so.
I just saw an 8, so I don't know if that's like connected to age or but I have to say it because it came. But he's highlighting August to me for you as an important, exciting time. So obviously connection to working.
Got one giggling in the back.
That's okay.
Michael, you did say something about a 9, but I think you were saying like maybe in a different month or February or something. So he has 2 kids, my son Rowan, and he also has a daughter from the previous relationship. Her birthday is the 9th of December.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I felt that I think that's his way of trying to like acknowledge the different kids, right? Like, I wasn't aware of that, unfortunately. I wish I had been like, this is connected to the daughter. But you're welcome to give any feedback, Samantha, that you do have now if you want to share. You don't have to, but if you want to share any details about what we gave.
All I can think of that I really haven't said yet is that his passing was an accident that was kind of caused by his recklessness, but then the blame was pointed at me when he passed. I don't know why, but apparently that's what everybody got in their head. He had belongings that were in the house and in the garage. His things from the garage were taken while I was staying at my parents' house for those few days. And so, but I still have everything that he had that was in my house. But yeah, and then, I mean, the rest I kind of already validated.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much for letting us read you. We hope that gives you some sense of his presence there with
David.
you. Mm-hmm.
You said David and Dustin, and it'd be Justin, but my brother David is also in spirit with him. But they never met in life. Okay. But they always come through together, and you've actually picked up on them before.
Oh, really?
Like one was one time and one was like another time, and they were also very light coming through then. So interesting that you were saying that they were like,
that's pretty funny.
Oh my God, not again.
I didn't even know I'd read you before. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Very, very good. And then so we got Rowan, we had Justin, and we had David that all were taken, which is great. Amazing. Okay, well, thank you, Samantha, for being here. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it.
You're so
welcome. Like my heart was like beating out of my chest, and I got all lightheaded.
Yep, that's usually a sign that it's for you.
I know.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Take care. All righty. So if you're interested in developing your mediumship, if you're interested in working on starting that journey for yourself, Megan and I aren't special. We didn't have some magical abilities that we just always had with us. These are things that we developed over time. If that's something that you are interested in doing, our class starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific. It's a 7-week course, and it's the foundations. You don't need any experience, or even if you have some experience, it is something that fills in a lot of gaps for people and helps them. I see some people in the chat who have either taken the class, are currently in the class, or are already enrolled. So thank you guys for doing that. You can find that information at oakbridgeinstitute.org, and you can click on Foundations 1, and that is where you can sign up. We have multiple payment options. You can pay all in one go. You can pay in a 2-month option, and we also offer partial scholarships if that's something that you need. So we would love for you to join us tomorrow. We only teach this class twice a year. So this is the second time we taught it this year, and it starts you on your journey through it. And yesterday, I don't know if any of you were here from yesterday, but that was a really powerful live where tons of our students were commenting, were sharing, were talking about how it changed their life. Kat in the comments now just saying highly recommend. We also recommend. So that's amazing. Cody says, I started following Megan 4 years ago. She's changed my whole way of thinking. Other Cody says, I can't attend the meetings because of work. Can I rewatch the videos, or will it not be worth it? We would recommend, if you can't attend because of that we can wait on maybe doing it, just because the latter part of it, the last 4 classes, you definitely want to be there live for. But what I do offer, and Megan can also offer this too if it fits in her schedule, is for people who cannot do it on the Saturdays, I will offer to do it with you in a mentoring style. So if Saturdays aren't good for you, I can take you through that first 3 foundation series in mentoring, and that's another way to do that. So if you are interested in that, you can email me at mediamichaelmayo.com, and then that way you can get that get your foundations if you can't take it on the Saturday.
Did you talk about the psychic course?
We also have the psychic course. So for those of you who are like, nah, spirits are not for me, and they want to develop their psychic awareness, which we all have as well, we have that starting on the 22nd of July. So this is Psychism 1, and it will take you through all of the things that you can do. Again, also we offer payment plans, payment options for all of that too. We try to make it as easy as possible for you with regards to that. That one is a longer course. That one is a larger commitment. It is a 22-week commitment, but it is definitely worth it. The last time we taught it, students absolutely loved it. They killed it. I mean, we were literally kind of looking at each other like, what the hell? Like, we were actually surprised at how effective that class was in getting people into their psychism. Like, we were taken aback because that was the first time that we were teaching it in that format. We had taught it before, but we adjusted it, improved on it, and boy, was that class incredible. We were blown away by the students.
And that's at 6 p.m. Pacific time for anyone that works, because I know sometimes people can't do the Saturdays and are interested in still developing and are fine with also just developing psychism for now, right? And that's a good option for if you work, or even if you're on the East Coast, 9 p.m. may seem late for some people, but not usually East Coast people. They're usually 9 p.m. They're like having dinner at that time.
Yeah, for real. Anne-Marie said, my psychic abilities grew so much from your class. So yeah. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Yeah. And I can attest to that. Anne-Marie's psychic work is really good. Katrina says, I'm so down to be up late, ace time doing psychism. Yeah, you should. It's amazing. What's included in the psychism course? So the psychism course is humongous. I mean, it is a quite broad and wide thing, but I'll actually pull it up here just because I happen to have it right here. So in our courses, especially the psychism course, it's a 90-minute session. So just know that they're 90-minute sessions. They're not actually 2 hours, although sometimes they go slightly over. So even if it does start late for you, just know that it's not as long. They are there are 22 things. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'll just talk very briefly about it. We start off with the ethics of psychism and dispelling myths around the psychism. We teach you how to manage your awareness and your energy, how to sense and feel, how to actually surrender. We teach you how to connect with your guides, because guides can play a large role in psychic work. We take you through all the clairs to help you strengthen all 4 clairs. and how they relate to you via psychism. We also will help you with the structure of the reading, how to understand how to get into past, present, and future events. We teach you how to expand on information, how to go deeper into information. We teach you about the aura. We teach you about the levels and the layers of the aura, and how we use those to feel different aspects of people's lives. And then we really dive deep into the big four, and that's the self, family, relationships, and career. We call them the big four because they're the areas that most people are going to come to you about when you're wanting to learn psychic readings. They're going to want to talk about themselves, personal growth, emotional, spiritual well-being. They're going to talk about their family, the dynamics, ancestral influences, generational patterns, and relationships. They're going to want to talk about love, friendship, connections, and career. So it is pretty amazing. And we go deep dive into all of that. And then we go even further than that. So then we start exploring tools of psychic work. So we start talking about reading objects, reading photos, reading places. We start to explore psychometry, which is reading the objects. We read events in history. We read places, and we do remote viewing as well into it. So by the end of those weeks, it's a very full course, and it's amazing. I mean, I absolutely am so impressed with it. And all of our previous students were like, where's Psychism 2? Because they wanted to jump right back into it, which we actually have a Psychism 2. We just haven't put it up yet. So, so it's really fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a really fun class. So highly recommend. But of course, we all start our foundations tomorrow as well. Psychism would start on the 22nd. So decide kind of where you want to land with that. Reach out to us if you're looking for any kind of, scholarship, partial scholarship. And yeah, Megan, things to say as we wrap up.
No, I'm just excited to work with whoever does end up getting, signed up to come and work with us. And it's honestly a life-changing journey to go upon, and it's all worth it. It really is. And it really does change you as a person. Even psychism, like it's still all of it. You still have to face a lot of the same kind of stuff to get out of the way properly. So it's just, I don't know, like it's, to me, this is about more of understanding reality and truth and what's possible. And then you also get to do a really cool thing, like perceive information that you shouldn't technically be able to perceive.
100%. It's actually really, really incredible. Katrina says, you won't find more ethical, more grounded teachers than these two, by the way. Well, I can name a couple, but since we are here, ha 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 ha. So yeah, we hope you'll join us tomorrow for our Foundations 1. I think if you are looking for a sign that that's something that you want to do, I think this is it. We're here to help you guys. So, and if it's not now, we also teach it in January, which is going to be amazing as well. So you can start planning now for January when we start to do that again. So with that, we're going to leave it here. And we're going to see you. I come back on live every Monday to do readings. Megan and I are going to start coming a little bit live together more often as well. But definitely, I'm going to be going lives on Mondays where I do readings. So if you're not following me, do give me a follow just so that you can be there for the free readings.
Yeah, I'm just glad I was able to connect at all and feel the spirit world at all.
Yeah.
After like not feeling well, but then also just like having surgery and everything. I'm like always like, well, we'll
yeah, we're going to do our best. Yeah. And that's the thing. We're always going to just do our best on the day, and that's the thing is we always try to make mediumship grounded and real and recognize that, you do your best. You give 100% of whatever you have that day. So, all right, everybody, we will see you again. And thank you. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Enjoy.